Well, hello, good afternoon. It is Bobby Lee here from Hurricane Creek Farms. Glad y'all are watching. You might be asking yourself, what in the world is going on over there? Because I'm asking myself that same question. Who knows? Anyway, we'll talk more about that in a minute. First, I need y'all to give it a thumbs up, please. It takes a split second to do that. If you have not subscribed, I suggest you do that as well. But let's get after it. So first thing, of course, we're out of the feeder steer business, feeder cattle business in general. We're gonna get the corn bin already hooked up. Gonna move it up there. We'll climb up there in a second and see how much corn in there. Maybe about a 25% full still, probably a little less than that. But where we'll feed out the rest of it just to mix it in with some other feed for the other cows. Just so we can get rid of it. We don't want to have to hold that corn over until this fall when we'll need it again. Plus, we'd like to use this bin to put some just regular cattle feed in to have down at the other farm. That way I'm not having to load up sacks of feed every day for them. But anyway, I'm gonna get that moved and then gotta get a few other things done. So we'll climb up here and see how much corn is actually still in here. I always like to film while I'm doing these things just in case I fall. So it is, I don't know, probably less than 20% full. So we can get it down to 0% full here over the next few weeks. But you can get that unhooked right there. Talk a little more about that. See, we got a couple of dirt pans running. Got a dozer parked over there. So you might ask, what are you getting ready to build? A new barn? You know, a place to a better spot for the feeder steers through the winter, anything like that? No, all those things do sound really appealing. It's actually gonna be a riding arena. So happy wife, happy life. You know, that's probably where all the explanation you need for why we're having a riding arena. Happy daughter as well. So they've been wanting a riding arena for a long, long time. We thought about putting it just down the hill over there behind the hay trailer. There's a little bit of a flat spot actually where our tiny little arena is now, but it's just not a big enough area. We could have made it fit, but the way the water washes there, it was a bad idea. So gonna do it right here. Probably a little project you get to follow along with maybe for the next few videos. I don't really know how long it'll take them to complete it. But anyway, appreciative that they're getting that done for her and by extension for me. But let's get this unhooked. We got to get the creek feeder out of there. The creek feeder's up there in their way just a little bit. And I need to get the animals out of here. The horses are up, but the bulls are still out there somewhere, except I actually don't see them. And I haven't seen them since this morning. Hopefully they didn't get scared off and run, jump the fence, go away, but stay tuned. So I got hooked up the creek feeder, just getting it out of their way. Some of you may look at me like, wow, that side by side moves the creek feeder. Well, it'll move it when it's empty. When that thing's full of feed, it won't come close, but it's pretty handy, like I say, for moving it back out the pasture. Too, obviously, with it being empty, it wasn't doing us any good sitting out there. It was just sitting where we last parked it. If I get some feed, next time we get feed delivered, we'll have them put a little in it. We'll put it back out for these, calves that are getting to be 2 and 3 months old. Well, there's all 4 bulls and Lucy. What in the world they're doing up here in the woods, I don't know. I doubt they're really scared of that equipment. But they're still in the pasture where they should be. We're gonna go ahead and move them out of here just so they won't be in the way. Those guys don't have to worry about shutting the gate every time they come in and out, anything like that. We were gonna wait till about the middle of the month. Today's May the 4th, before we turn them in with the bull or with the cows to breed. That's what, another 10 days or 2 weeks. We're just gonna go ahead and turn them out with the cows. One, because we've got other places we could put them, but nowhere real handy. And just being a week or 2 early on breeding, it's not too big of a deal. Again, today being May the 4th, so on a typical gestation, that a cow bred today would calve on February 10th. So a little earlier, that was about when we started this year. I'd said I was gonna push it back just because of the risk of having some really nasty winter weather there in the middle of February. Thankfully we avoided any really nasty weather this year, nothing like we had in I guess it would have been 21 with the old polar vortex. But anyway, enough talking. Let's see if we can get these boys introduced to their new lady friends. So they're slowly making their way back there behind me. Let me get off here for a second to show you something. But can you tell where we sprayed and where we didn't for the buttercup? Yeah, pretty clearly, you know, demarcated where we did and where we didn't in that pasture. And then there's oh, actually we got a couple in here. It's probably 503 and her calf over there. Should not be in that pasture. I know where they've been jumping in, and I'm actually gonna fix that when we go out there. But that pasture, I kept saying, I was like, we're gonna wait till the end of May before we turn anything in there, and it still is not near ready for animals, but there is some grass, no thanks to her. That pasture doesn't really have much of a chance through the winter, kind of just like this one, because we have cows in this one all winter. We have the donkeys and the horses in that one. There's the donkeys over there with them. So, but we've had the horses out of there. It's just been the donkeys for the last month. So it's starting to get a chance to jump. Actually, no, that's two fully grown cows. But anyway, we'll get these bulls put in there and see if they can go to work. Boy, me calling these bulls has gotten everybody stirred up. Come on in here, boys. Your favorite day of the year. Come on in here. Y'all come on in here. Got those two straggling. They're probably gonna be happy just to have some more grass than what they've had in here. They've been having to eat those rolls of hay. Let's get these two in here. We're gonna put them all out there, including those two if I can get them to come through the gate. Dude, don't walk past the gate. Wide open gate. Right there. He walks right past it to go down there. This is why we eat them and not vice versa. Intelligence not always their greatest trait. Oh yeah, I think I may have found one close. Or at least they're gonna try this one up here. And that bull, you may notice, see, big knot on the side of his face. That's the bull that came out of the herd we just bought. That's obviously a problem. Our plan with him was we're gonna sell him just through a sale barn anyway. That's typically a problem that's not very easily treatable. It's not really affecting him at this point in time, but he won't be able to go on forever before that does start to become a real hindrance to him being able to function and eat and whatnot and thrive properly. So we'll be selling him here probably in just the next couple of months. And of course, I closed that gate to come down here to open this one for him, and then he goes back down there. So this may become a game that's not so fun. He'll go back that way, and then I open it and walk him back past it. You'd think he'd go right through, but he's already failed to do that once. So let's see if second time's a charm. Go on, buddy. Go on, buddy. No, take a right, hang a right, hang a right. Oh, second time is a charm. Now we got a cow trying to ride the bull. Somewhere in that scene there's a joke about 2021 and gender identities or something. I'm just not quick-witted enough to think of it. But yeah, it looks like DW71 may be in heat. May have some viewing for adult eyes only here in a moment. Okay, so we got one of the black cows to cooperate. Other one, she's taken off. The other one is actually 503, who is the one who always gets out. And so she no doubt, yep, she jumped right back in, right in front of me. She just picks a spot and jumps. I mean, I guess you could say, well, our fences aren't tall enough. Well, they're tall enough for 98% of the cows. It's just that one. That's why she's probably on the next truck to town, unless she gives us a real good reason not to, which I'll be honest, I'm not the best about culling in those situations. she gets bred back, I'm probably gonna end up keeping her in spite of her being a total pain in the butt. Just want to walk out here in this pasture for a minute before we fix that fence. You can see we had oversown a lot of rye in here last fall. Man, it really needed some nitrogen. This ground on these hills, probably a little poor to begin with, and then not put any fertilizer on it. Of course, got some clover in here, but yeah, you can really tell. We sprayed the bottom, missed a couple of spots, but didn't really spray the hills for the buttercup, just because we thought buttercup wasn't going to be as much of an issue on the hills. Well, maybe it's not as thick as it would have been down here in the bottom, but as you can see, plenty of it. Everywhere we didn't spray, there's buttercup, so we'll probably in the future and whatnot have to go ahead and spray this, you know, just completely. But grass is trying to come on in here. It's trying. If we can give it another week or two at least before we turn them in, I would like that. The grass out there in the bottom where they are now is better when you really get to looking than it may appear from a distance, just because right now, again, it's just such an eyesore to see all that buttercup. But anyway, you can tell in two where we were hoping, hey, maybe that we can find a dose of that Cimarron that'll kill the buttercup but not the clover. No, I don't think so, because you can probably appreciate right where we sprayed, didn't spray, clover, no clover. So I mean, if you get down here and look real close, I mean, there's a little clover there. There might be, I mean, you find a little here and there, but clearly it's not bloomed over here like it is here. So probably was wishful thinking. It's not going to be much we can spray that'll kill the buttercup while spraying the clover. So, at least not on the market right now, or not that I know of. It was just top wire fence broken right there, so I'll put that back. One more, I guess, final comment on the bull, because I know there'll probably be a question about that, like, whoa, don't just, you know, glaze over that issue with his jaw. But lumpy jaw, I believe it's a bacterial infection, very unrewarding to treat. It's very hard to stop that change, you know, that infection in the bone. And so typically the recommendation is you cull those animals, you move on from them. Easy decision in his case, because we weren't planning on keeping him as a breeding bull. My plan all along was to hang on to him until we got through breeding season, just in case we had a catastrophe, something, one of those other bulls, especially with them all being so young. You know, that way we could use him, you know, kind of more an emergency, or like right now we went ahead and turned him in with him. But we'll be selling him here just within the next few months. And yeah, you probably get a discount on him going to the sale ring, but should not matter for a slaughter animal. You know, not really a part of the body that would be consumed, at least not typically in this country. I guess some of the byproduct whatnot may be condemned, but overall it shouldn't affect the carcass as far as, you know, the typical meat cuts that we would consume. Speed dating bovine version reminds me of my mating days. I was pursuing, but she was having none of it. But so I got 3 of the bulls all on this one cow. So yeah, I've got basically 2 months of speed dating in front of them. I don't know about, we have 4 bulls, which is, even with them being this young, more than enough for just about 35 cows. But yeah, my dad, he doesn't know when he wants to turn in bulls, so I still have his bull, still have the old bull with the bad jaw, and then our other home-raised young bull. But anyway, they crossed the creek. They found a good spot down there, which that is another good topic. Obviously, we check closely every day, be sure nobody gotten stuck, specifically any calves. But they crossed right there, and oh, that looks like a much better place. Yeah, it clearly gets muddy right down there, but then they're in the creek. They can either go up right there or walk back down here. So hopefully that's a spot they all will try to use. So we're gonna head back up to the barn. Gotta do a few more things. We went and checked the stocker steers this morning. My videoing time, just because my AKA time on the farm is just really limited right now. especially on my week, would usually be my weekday off. Just we're so busy at the vet clinic. I'm spending at least half of my day there before I get away for a little while. But still, we got things we have to do in the afternoon, so we film when the opportunities present themselves. I can't remember if I mentioned it earlier, but just talking to some other people, we've gotten a little dry over the last few days, which I know it's just like a typical farmer. You're complaining because it's raining too much, then you're complaining because it's too dry. Like, we're just gonna complain. But in all seriousness, we have missed like 3 really good rain chances in a row that I think I did mention in the last video that allowed a lot of planting to get done, and it is still getting done. We missed a rain yesterday and the night before that. So that's 3 in a row. So as we do get closer to summer, we do really start to worry. We get into these patterns where you can't buy a break from the rain. You're getting every single rain it's getting you. You're never missing one. And then the opposite happens. You get into a pattern where it's like an 80% chance, but it doesn't rain. Like, oh, wow. Well, then a 70% chance you miss that one. And then it's just like, you know, you start to get a little worried. Time goes on. And yeah, we get into those patterns sometimes. It seems like late in the summer. So hopefully this is not a, you know, foreshadowing for the summer months. But anyway, one bull stayed out here. The other 3 chased the 1 cow off, which I don't know. There's probably a, you know, a lesson or a parable in there about being the patient one who then stays and gets the whole herd, rather than one of the 3 overly eager ones that run off chasing the same cow. But although the flip side is those aggressive ones, probably one of them is going to get to be a daddy. Now we've got to do some horse health work. We obviously focus on cow herd health, but we're going to deworm them. We're going to draw some blood to do their Coggins testing, at least especially the 2 ponies, because they do travel to shows at least occasionally, and we'll get them vaccinated as well. But yeah, have to pretend to be a horse vet now for just a little while. It's not a shot. We're drawing blood.
Don't point it at me.
Drawing blood for a Coggins test. Hold on.
Hang on. It's okay.
Give us a second. I think that's all we have to do to her. Oh, we got a dewormer.
It's okay.
Alright, she did very good. We'll deworm her. Alright, on to the next one.
2 more. It's okay.
Anybody got COVID? They need a dose?
No.
She's done.
What, Daddy? Oh, goodness. Just so you know, I filmed that part. Daddy, you got some blood.
You got all the blood over there?
Yeah.
All right, so we got all the vet work done on the horses, got them all put up. Got the beauty of the operation out here today.
And guess what else we're doing?
Oh, yeah, I already told you.
What's out there, Willis?
They're doing the sprinkler.
A sprinkler? No, they're building a what?
An arena.
What's she gonna do in it?
Jumping barrels.
All right, so yes, that'll be a project you can follow along with us on. That's where Willis has been for the last few minutes. Of course, he's been mesmerized by big farm equipment. But yeah, that'll be our project for the next, I don't know, how long do you think it'll take him?
6 days.
Oh, week. So yeah, just over the next few videos, we get to see that project completed. But we appreciate y'all watching. We again remind you, check out the Talk Dirt to Me podcast. Check out the LH Farms YouTube channel as well. You can do like Talk Dirt to Me on YouTube. But yeah, we got a few exciting things coming for the channel, don't we, babe?
Always.
The project she's working on for us, is it coming along?
Oh, yes.
So there, she promised it. I keep teasing that one every week or every video. I'm sorry, it's not finalized yet, so I'm not gonna spoil it. But anyway, appreciate you watching. Please keep coming back, share it. Again, thank you for giving it a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. And Willis, what do we say at the end of the video?
Eat beef and God bless.
Eat beef and God bless. See y'all next time.